Hello and welcome back to second chapter. So we've been investigating Liber Arc. We met up with Josette. We learned that Kyle and Don were taken away by the Ouroboros Jaegers. They're somewhere. Probably on the Glorious, on the other side of the island. And then we went into that municipal office and picked up an original gospel. I'm not quite sure whether or not I can do this right away. Let's take care of these dudes. But I might be able to do a little something with the gospel right away. Let's go back to that restaurant we found in this area. See if I can get this right. If I know how to do this without looking it up. Alright, accept package. Darn it. Okay, there is some sort of trick you can do with this thing to where you can get that package. I just don't quite remember how to do it. Maybe I have to talk to Russell first. We can try the municipal office again to see if there's anything we missed in there upon getting the gospel. There might have been one more menu I didn't read. Possible. But again, I made sure to bring Chloe with us on this initial expedition because you cannot get the gospel without her. Let's read this one more time. Database access. Nope, all you can do is read about the Halo Rail now. Okay, in that case, need to progress onwards. So there is a way out of here, across the bridge. There's another elevator platform, as well as something below it, I believe. So we're going to need to go upstairs before we unlock that door. Halo Rail Cradle Station. The Halo Rail system is currently operating at limited capacity. We apologize for the inconvenience. Please select service from this terminal. Cradle District information. Located on the south side of Liber Arc, the Cradle District is the cozy, beloved home of the majority of the Arc's citizens. It is comprised of 128 blocks, each with its own Halo Rail station, public service buildings, city offices, and event halls, allowing citizens to enjoy everything the Arc has to offer, all close to home. As there are vacancies in a third of the blocks due to recent population changes, feel free to inquire about owning another home at the nearest city office. Let's see, would I like to activate this emergency operation for Cradle Station number 35? So that turns this station on. Here it comes. So we should finally be able to use these things, right? I think so. Let's get on and try. Let's not. Not yet. I want to finish reading some of the things that are in here. Online shop. So this one sells different quartz. The Topaz and Emerald Gem. In the event of service disruption of the Halo Rail, a gate may be unlocked at each station, leading to Substratum access passages. Warning, by order of the access pillar, unlocking the gate will require identification. Please present your gospel for ID now. Present your gospel for ID? Hey! Looks like some of the gates are properly locked after all. But yeah, I wonder if we use this gospel we got. So you have to go into your menu. It's been a long time since we've done this. But you have to do the little item trick. Oh, maybe I was supposed to do this at the restaurant. There you go. Now that door's unlocked. Locks on gate in station vicinity have been removed. Tunnel is now usable. Alright, so we can progress that way, but we can also head back to the Arcel now that we have the stations active. But give me one moment. I'm going to quickly cut footage, and I'm going to go back to that restaurant and see if using the gospel from the menu changes anything. It doesn't. Okay, back to the Arcel then. So this will take us back to West Calmere Station. So you want to see something goofy? this is what the rail looks like at normal speed. But if I hit turbo mode, it slows the animation down for some reason. Whoa, that didn't take very long. For as fast as it went, there was barely any vibration or unsteadiness either. To be honest, this technology is a bit mind-blowing. No kidding, still. As nice as it is to go fast, the view is amazing too. I kinda wish it went a bit slower so you could enjoy it. It is, unfortunately. I kinda think the important bit is what this does to the speed at which we can get around. We ought to try and find the other stations as soon as we can. But for now, let's head on back to the RSL. So I believe at the very minimum, we need to give Professor Russell the data crystal Z that we found. I think he has something interesting to say about that. But also, eventually when it comes time to find the other Capuas, we're going to need to come back here to get Josette anyway. There she is. Also, she has her own set of equipment and everything, so I need to deal with that off camera as well. Hopefully I don't have to do that in this video. That would be terrible. Okay, let's see. We need to get down to the bottom into the lab. Let me just save in front of him. You look like a woman with a purpose, Estelle. Yeah, I am, sorta. There's something we'd like for you to look at. It's this, specifically. Headed over Data Crystal Z. Ah, Data Crystal. I don't actually see any damage to it. Give me a moment. Analyzing this shouldn't take long. Yeah, they brought the capo on board. I see. Incredible. What does it say? It contains schematics for advanced personal weaponry for the Ark residents. Okay, I had to do this first. These seem to require a specific Sumerian ore in their construction. Sumerian ore? Wait, I've heard of that before. That's right, remember? The owner of the cafe in Grand Cell claimed the strange metal he gave us was Sumerian ore. Oh, right. This weirdo hunk of metal, right? How fortuitous. Yes, indeed. I believe this is what we need. Well, this makes things easy then. I should be able to make something right away with our equipment now that I have the plans. You do have a choice to make first, however. A choice? On what? We have schematics for 9 separate weapons here, you see. But the designs require so much metal that I think we can build only 1 weapon per piece of ore you find. Really? Oh, that's a hard choice then. I'll leave the choice in your hands. Now, what would you like to make first? Yeah, don't pick anything. Do not pick anything. This is kind of a hard choice. Do you mind waiting a bit? Not at all. You should think hard about this. Think it over and come back to me. Phew. Okay. Let me create a save file right here, and I'm going to go test something again, and I'll be right back. Okay, this is why you save often and rotate your save files. I have figured out what to do. I kind of screwed up, so I had to reload that save before I talked to Russell. So once you have the Data Crystal Z from the bar, you come back to this house, which is in the same district. And this is where you can learn the recipe for Resurrect Jelly. But now that I have the Data Crystal on me, I select Read Crystal. Beginning Read. Specified wavelength pattern found. User is authenticated as record recipient of a package. Beginning transfer of stored item, whatever. Downloading data. Sumerian ore. This is the same ore as we already have, right? Seems like that crystal from a bit ago got sent from somewhere. Yeah, I don't get how it all works, but it seems like this crystal is the key. So that's the trick, is that there's a way to get a second Sumerian ore. But if you go talk to Russell and give him the one you already have, then he takes the data crystal and you don't get the second Sumerian ore. So that's how I managed to get both Estelle and Joshua's ultimate weapons in my first playthrough. So combined with the 2 we've now picked up recently, as well as the one I got that started the game, I have 3 in my inventory. So I can have Russell make 3 ultimate weapons. So let me fast forward to get back to where he is. Alright, now we can start making choices. So this is going to kind of spoil who I intend to bring with me to the final fight. But since we already have Estelle and Joshua's, let's make a rapier for Chloe. Right then, I'll get right on it. Alright, it's done. Moon Stinger. Thanks, Professor. We'll definitely make good use of this. Yes, well, be careful out there, alright? And make another weapon. Let's see. Eternity. Right then, I'll get right on it. So we got a gun for Ollie. And I got one more, and I don't know who I want to use it on. Could make it for Kevin. Well, I sort of intend to take Kevin to a lot of places. But at the same time, I know how this game ends, and some of the boss fights I'm going to have to fight. And Kevin might not get too much play. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Let's do it. Well, no, because I want to take one other thing into consideration. And it's the fact that, should I ever play the game again, off camera, Kevin doesn't get all that much playtime compared to other characters. I think I'm going to go with Demon Eater for Agate. Because if I were to play the game a third time, I would definitely take Agate at the start of the game instead of Shara, because I haven't seen that. And I do intend to have Agate with me for one particular boss fight, so this should come in handy. Alright, we'll worry about putting those on everyone later, except for Chloe. I'm going to put Chloe's on right now. Moon Singer. A mythical glowing sword made from alloy a strange metal. Made from alloying a strange metal. So let's see, that increases her strength by, what, like 56, I think? She still doesn't do all that much physical damage, but if I'm going to take her with me to the end of the game, I may as well, right? Oh, right. There's one other thing I want to do. Let me talk to Russell again. Ah, everyone, I heard you saved that bandit lass. I wouldn't mind getting my hands dirty with that Reinford-built Imperial airship. I'll have to make time to talk to her in person. Let me interact with the Capel. Here we go. Good old Capel. Here we go. This is how you do it. Data crystals. Okay, so... Oh, interesting. I don't have to actually give them to him. But, all the crystals are under analysis, and I guess before we end the game, all of them will have been successfully analyzed. In total, there are 16, because it starts at 0. And, once they're all done, we will read them all in order. No spoilers. We're not reading them early, just because half of them are done. We'll do it all in one big sitting. The final big reading to have in second chapter. You thought it was over at Gambler Jack, but and I would argue that this stuff is actually way, way more important. Where do those go? I guess they were in my items menu before. They got automatically taken out at some point. That's interesting. I never really noticed that before. Okay. Okay, let's cut ahead. We did unlock that door back where we were in the residential district. So we have another like underground passage area to get through in order to progress to the next part of LibreArc. Here we are. This is LibreArc Tunnels 2. It's gonna look very much the same. Let me just draw up a map for this frickin' place. Oh, I see. I remember this area. This one has layers to it. We also have a new type of enemy. What is this thing? It is a phenomenon. Okay. You gonna give me any experience? Nope. Sepith, yes. Experience new. Alright, so let's see here. Would like to not get super lost in this area. I think I want to go forward. It is a bit confusing because of the multiple floors. They don't help. Get on my face.
Not done yet.
Surprised we're not getting experience. I suppose not until the final area. In that case, I can avoid enemies a little bit. Oh, so you can make your way around this location, huh? You can like go up and down in this room. Got Sepith. Zen weapon. Celestial bomb. I'm so glad you checked this chest. I'm you from the future, and I came back in time and worked on this game so I could warn you about... I'm sorry, did you misunderstand something? Only one item per person. Now go away. This chest is empty. Sure is empty. Yep. I would be very proud if future me turned out to have worked on second chapter. Dead in there. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out what's at the bottom of this room. It might not be progress. It might just be... Oh no, it super is progress. Okay. So what did I miss? By coming straight here, I missed a single chest, which is apparently a monster chest. So I don't feel like going back for it. Who knows what's in there? I can actually look it up. If I'm... Oh no, it's super useful what's in there. Damn it. Okay, I'll go get it. I was gonna say, there's no way. Watch it be like a dumb weapon that I don't need or I already have. Nope, it turns out it's one of the best shoe equipments in the entire game. Yo, Shining Palm! Check it out. We haven't seen a Shining Palm all playthrough. This should get us some experience, hopefully, maybe? There you go. Enjoy that level, Kevin. I wonder if I found Shining Palms on my first playthrough in this area. I haven't seen as many Shining Palms in this playthrough. And I wonder if they scale towards experience a little bit. Like if you're over leveled, you're less likely to find them in areas, perhaps? They do count towards your monster list in the Bracer notebook, so if you want to be completionist and fill every page of that part of the notebook out, you have to make sure you find every unique variant of the Shining Palm, every level it appears at. Alright. Let's see here. I want to see if I can potentially cast something that'll take that crit bonus away from them. It doesn't look like anything Kevin can do will be fast enough. That's a bummer. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to attack with Joshua on the big guy. And I'm going to just S-break this.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Hermes gear. This stuff's really good. I'm using it on Joshua. I'm going to keep it in my inventory. Is it min only? Perhaps? It is, so I'll give those to Ollie when I see him next. They might be the best min shoes in the game. I'm not sure. Let's see, what does Estelle wear? She wears Prometheus, which are not women only. Okay. So I don't know where I got these. Probably in the final dungeon area, I would guess. So, assuming I managed to find it again on this playthrough, I'll give the second pair to Joshua. Alright, back into the big hexagonal room. I think it's a hexagon anyway. No, it's an octagon. They really, really liked geometry in the ancient Sumerian civilization. They were super into it. Alright, am I going to get stopped by a boss down here, potentially? Well, a mini-boss. That's what happened last time. A bunch of monsters ganged up on me. I do need to fight some stuff now so that Joshua can get back his CP.
Not bad.
Among the things I put on Kevin was petrification. Felt appropriate. Trying to make better use of like status spread things. Like someone got like my crit quartz. I had a couple that do like 20% crit on every attack. think I put it on Tita because Tita is a widespread attacker with her her regular attack as well as with crafts. You know what I'd really like to see is a compilation of like every song in first chapter and second chapter that uses this melody in some form or another. I don't know which one of these doors is progress. Thankfully it's not this one. Let's see, how good are these? Okay, they are women's shoes. They are better. Wait, did those have any downside to them? Let me just make sure. No, none whatsoever. Enjoy those, Chloe. I go to the other side of the room. Oh, I missed that chest. And that one too. Holy crap. Missing things left and right here. But yes, I would love a compilation of like every single song in the first two games that use the main Sora no Kiseki theme. Because it's a lot. It's a whole heck of a lot. How would you like it if some random chest kept opening you? Yo, that's a little inappropriate. I would not like that very much. Let's go check the red chests. Watch it be a monster chest. Nope, just a wind gem. What do those do again? Every like color has 2 of these types of gems. Let's look. Wind gems increase agility by 5, with no downside as well. That's very good, because that's typically the trait of a lot of the quartz. Like attack gems come at the cost of decreasing your defense, and likewise defense decreases attack. So like on Agate right now. Speaking of Agate, there's a useless weapon for him. On Agate right now, he has like a maximum attack build because his orbit doesn't really allow for long lines that let you build up good arts. So I went all attack in on him, which means his defense is as low as possible. And conversely, Zen is the opposite. I turned Zen into a tank. So Zen eats hits like crazy, but his attack stats kind of low. A little low for him. I think it starts out high regardless because Zen is a bit of a buster. But instead of keeping it high, I decided to build him for defense. You can also do some decent earth arts. A few. Someone else I built up is like crazy good with earth arts right now. Maybe Shara. Here's your little mini boss fight with ebony scales. We've encountered these guys on the ground before. Right, Joshua's CP still a problem. Something I'm noticing, and I don't know if he might be the only character that's like this, at least out of like the main party, but it doesn't look like Kevin ever gets a second S-craft. Unless it's such a high level that I haven't seen it yet. I don't know. Good job, Sieg. Where did he come from? How'd he get in here? We're underground. God, these guys are a bit thicker than I was hoping for. Pop another hurricane on them. Not within range. What about chain? Does that have a range to it? Let's see. Take Chloe. Yeah, they're just not within range of me. It's a bummer. But I can do that. How about a true hard break? I should have attacked the other one. Why did I do that?
Well, that takes care of that.
That was a bit more troublesome than I wanted. Go into healing and use a tear hole bomb on Kevin. And a tear roll on Joshua. That should take us out into the next district. Here we go. It's kind of like traversing the Grand Cell sewers, right? Kind of feels similar. Oh wow, some kind of large plaza. So those are streets. Industrial block Factoria. And nothing but huge buildings everywhere you look. The roads are so broad and open too. I wonder what this place was. I think this may be an industrial area. It would make sense if this water is for industrial use. Oh, I see. Yeah, that makes sense. Anyway, let's have a look around. Let's see, this is what the map for this area looks like. Oh, we still got archaisms. Got a wall blocking us there. Oh, that didn't kill, huh? Ooh, death. Don't know if that would have killed anyway. Let's see here. Do I want to go left? Yeah, okay, so it would tell me if there was a way forward over here. This looks like a dead end. I didn't even notice this guy. Ah, poison.
Not done yet.
What do we got over here? I imagine items. Fuzzy dudes. I like the fuzzy dudes. I hurricane them. What's this? You can't even interact with it, huh? Omega Craft, Tito weapon. Oh, didn't see this dude. Yeah, how about we run? Not gonna stick around for those arts. I don't know what the heck this thing is. What are these rotating signs? Why are they rotating? Let's see. I think this big rotating turbine or something? Should be items on it. Ha! Take that. Trying to throw an art at me. There's probably something in the middle. I've been through almost all of it. Mirage Gem. Worth it, I suppose. Let's see, what's over here? Oh. I guess this thing's like a dolly or something. Forklift? Maybe it's just like a vehicle that drags things behind it, like a trailer. Oh yeah, Chloe can freeze.
Not done yet.
Gotta be something along this wall. No, there's nothing. It's just these guys. Run. Not worth it. Plus there are all those AT bonuses stacked up. Let's see. Okay, I know it's to the right. And I can't remember whether or not you get to go to that top area. I guess not. Yeah, let's start off by going to the right. I'm going to have to loop back over here anyway. Especially once we see what's over here. I think this is the right location. It's the Glorious. Notice how it's like properly docked too? It's just floating in midair. Man, never thought we'd end up in a place like this. What'd you figure they'll make us do now? No clue. With the professor and enforcers all heading out together though, doubt there's much left for us. Probably just capturing intruders like those bandits, you think? Yeah, that Liberalian ship crashed down here too, didn't it? Don't we need to deal with them? Ah, my controller. We got orders on that. Professor says to ignore him until he and the others get back. Not like they can do much to us until their ship's fixed. So this is where the quarry is stocked. Just as Sieg said, it was on the eastern side of the city. Still, it's enormous. Yeah, but you heard him, right? Think we found our chance here. Yes, if all the major society members are absent, this is the best shot we have at saving the Capuas. We should break in. Wait a sec. I'm all for going in, but shouldn't we tell Josette? We are going to rescue her brothers. Still. Don't misunderstand, okay? It's just, you know, a responsible bracer thing to do. Yeah. That's very Estelle. Anyway, sounds like it's the Arcel for us. Yeah. That's going to be a bit of a walk back to the Arcel from here, though. Let's try and find a rail station. Good point. Yeah, so in order to get on the ship, we gotta go get Josette. There's a rail station nearby. I could have just brought her with me through the tunnels, but I didn't want to play with her. Try to minimize my Josette time. That's not true. I guess I'll level her up a little bit towards the end. I'll try to space it out to where we, once we're getting experience, everyone tries to, you know, level up evenly. Let's see here. What is this? Oh, I know what this is. But I'm not going to be able to get inside of it. This door is firmly locked. So as much as I really like this game, and as much as the final chapter is pretty darn good, and the finale's excellent, I don't like this part of it, though. Because of the Capuas being here, like, instead of just getting straight to the point and finding the Society and the Enforcers and Weissman and going to the final area right away, they make you do this entire stupid detour to save Kyle and Dawn. And admittedly, I'm not a huge fan of it. I could have done without it. Halo Rail Factoria Station, the Halo Rail system is currently operating limited capacity. We apologize for the inconvenience. Please select the service from this terminal. Give me information. Factoria is Liber Arc's beating industrial heart located on the eastern side of the Arc. All daily necessities from food to clothes to medicines to even homes are produced in Factoria's round-the-clock workshops. The district is made up of 64 blocks, with blocks 1 through 8 designed as the Arc's primary trade port. Who would they be trading with? That doesn't make any sense to me. Trade with themselves? Because, like, you're a floating city who purposely shuts down the, like, orbits of any potential threats. Why would you need to trade with people? Halo service is currently limited, blah, blah, blah. Yes, please activate it. Here it comes. I wish they would stop teleporting me to the top every time that happens. I just want to turn it on. I still want to read the other things here, though. Online shop. What kind of quartz we got here? Onyx, gold, and silver. So, yeah, I don't think there's a way to get the time gem. I'm very tempted to go with this one. But I will save blowing what Sepith I have on these good gems until the very end. In the event of service disruption of the Halo Rail, a gate may be unlocked at each station leading to the Substratum access passages. Warning, by order of the Access Pillar, the Factoria District is currently on security lockdown. Please present your Gospel ID and enter the password to access this function. A password? I get the feeling this lockdown is recent. Looks like this society has mastered quite a few of the city's controls already. So even if I were to, I believe, try the gospel. Warning, by order of the Axis Pillar, the Factoria District is currently on security lockdown. Please enter the security password. You have no real choice but to leave this alone for now. Once we have some idea of what the password is, we can return. There you go. So that door on the bottom left is not going to open right away. In the meantime, we'll just cut some footage here, and I'll go get Josette. Yay, Josette. Once we go in, we won't be able to disengage until we rescue the Capuas. Are you sure we're ready to break into the Glorious? Go for it. Okay, let's go. Capua, make sure you keep up, okay? That's my line, airhead. What? Enemy attack! It's the bracers! Wasn't your ship down for repairs? How did you get here? They're called legs. You might have heard of them. Give me back my brothers! Alright, let's whoop some Jaeger tail. Suck it. Alright, Joshua. Let's see, do we want to target a Blade Cougar or go for the Jaegers? The Jaegers are actually considerably weaker. So I brought Agate with us now. Agate should be pretty strong, let's find out. Well, that probably would have killed regardless. Josette is terrible. I did put poison on her, though. I did what I could with her orb mint. I did give her some good stuff. But Josette is notoriously not a good character in terms of actual gameplay. Players don't like her. They feel like she's too weak. And I'm inclined to agree with that. Yeah, Agate should do tons of damage. Miss me. Vine Cry. Miss me again. Yeah, I think I have Joshua's evasion up. Oh yeah, so Josette, you may remember from that time when Joshua was breaking into the fortress where the Bobcat was. She plays with a gun. So she's like a really crappy version of Olivier. Like worse in every capacity. One group down. Alright, we'll break into the ship here. Josette, stay close. Right. Did you have fun when we were on the Glorious and going through all those floors? Because now you get to do it again. This is the interior of the Glorious? Frickin', what does a ship need an interior like this for? It really is kind of stupidly huge, isn't it? And Ouroboros probably has combat archaisms all over the place. You guys escaped from the ship before, right? Any idea where Kyle and Don might be? Actually, maybe. There is that room I was kept locked up in. Sort of a weird prison, though. That's because it was technically a guest room. I bet the Capuas are being kept in the brig. The brig? So they do have an actual prison. I don't remember seeing it when we escaped before. I don't know if you can technically go to it on your first escape. I do know where it is, though. They had the electromagnetic barriers raised to try and stop our escape, remember? It prevented us from going everywhere on the ship. So I guess not. The barriers aren't up at the moment. This is probably the best chance we have at saving the Capuas. So do you know where the cells are? As I remember, there's a small staircase to the lower decks down this passage. The brig should be down there. Staircase to the brig. Let's check it out. So a lot of the same areas we've been to before on the Glorious are once again available to us. There is one location I want to go to because there's some optional text that I would really, really like us to read. I think it's very important, but where exactly that is, I'm not entirely sure. Okay, we can't enter this here. I'm just hoping it's not like way off the beaten path. Like it's one of the elevators. And it's like the same kind of elevator that Ren used that has voice recognition on it. Let's fight this big archaism. I want to see how much experience I get for killing it. We're not doing a whole lot of damage even with the preemptive attack. Do you explode? You don't. Good.
Not done yet.
We got 7, which is more than 1, but still not a whole lot. Let's see here. This might be... no. Let me try this room. This might be it. Yeah, this is the break. Guys! What in... Josette and... Miss Josette, how did you get in here? Oh, thank Adios. Thank Adios, everyone's safe. Okay, just stay still. We're here to rescue you. We'll get you out. Rescue us? Astray, what in the hell is this? And what are you even doing here? How'd you get up to the city? Well, briefly. Joshua quickly explained what happened at the towers, and afterwards. Ah, I get it. You came here chasing the society again. Of all the... Hey, Josette. You realize we put ourselves on the line so you could get away, right? So why are you... Are you completely dense? Maybe I was safe, but I was all alone. I thought you all were... I thought it would have been better if we all met Adios together. Yeah, but what if I don't want my little sister to meet the goddess just yet? Worry about yourself for once in your damn life. But I am worrying about myself. Why do you think you have nothing to do with me? What do you think would happen to me if you... Wow, I never realized how close they are. Yeah. Come on, you two. This might be the single worst place to have a fight right now. Still acting like kids after all this time, I swear. Dawn. But... Look, Kyle. She's here and we can't change that. Let's make the most of it and try to escape. So, lad, you have an idea on that front, I hope? Sort of. The main issue is this energy barrier. Its controls are, as near as I can tell, completely locked. There's no way we'll have time to work our way around the security program. Thought so. But... Is there any way to force it? Like, maybe use a bomb to blow off the energy border thingies or something? No, the barrier itself would be unaffected by conventional explosives. And anything powerful enough to damage the bulkhead would put the prisoners in danger. The only option I can see at this point is to find an up-to-date security card. A what now? We use that to get rid of the barrier, right? Yes, it's a small card we put in the terminal here. If we can find one, we should be able to deactivate the barrier. They've all but certainly changed the card since the last security breach, so the one I took before is no good. We'll need a new one. Okay then. Any idea where they keep these cards? Second floor, in the forecastle. The security dispensary is in the same area where you were being held. I get it. The really high security block. We should get over there pronto then. Kyle, Don, guys, we'll go find a card thing. Just hold on. We'll be right back once we get it. Fine. It's not like you'd listen if I said no anyway. Lad, and the rest of you, make sure our little sister doesn't fly too far off the handle, alright? You can count on us. Don't worry, I've got a tight grip on her leash. On my... big words from someone who's way more reckless than I'll ever be. I can't tie an actual leash around you, you know. Please, truce, remember? Come on, we need to return to the entrance. We'll need to use the elevator on the opposite side to reach the second floor of the forecastle. Okay, come on. I don't think there's anything else to interact with in here. You see that some of these cells hold chests, though, so we can plunder them after we let the Capuas out. So then, let's see. I'm going to make a little detour off to the right here. So I think we have to go up, right? Okay, so this is how we're going to end up finding the text I was thinking of. Can you can enter this. Okay, but this doesn't actually do me any good. This is like super optional. Although the orbital charging station helps a little bit. So yeah, down there was the where the docks were, how Joshua and Estelle escaped. But we need to go up to where Estelle was originally held, which is all the way up at the top of the ship. So, a thing occurred to me, actually, just now when we were breaking into the Glorious again. And that was, there was this very minor detail, going back again, a couple videos now, to the finale of the last chapter, where Ollie shows up at the gate. And obviously it's like a big revelation to a lot of people, like, what? He's a prince! But you know, you may have noticed who wasn't surprised, who didn't react to it, who didn't really say a word about it as it was happening, was Joshua. Joshua figured it out. So you remember back when Joshua was still with the bandits and they stole the Bobcat back, and the fight he had with Mueller. Joshua figured it out then. He figured out that Olivier was in fact a member of the Imperial family. And there's a couple reasons for that. Mainly Mueller is the giveaway for, at least for Joshua, because Joshua's Erebonian. He was born in Hamel. So he obviously knows a little bit about the Empire's culture, even if he was very young when he had to leave Erebonia, obviously. But he knows a thing or two. Plus, I'm sure he learned plenty as an enforcer, as a member of the society. In Erebonia, the name Vander is pretty famous. It is not, well, obviously we've met not just Mueller, but his uncle Zex as well, who's a general in of the, was it 7th Armored Division, I think? Or is it 3rd? I can't remember. Whatever. But in addition to all that, the Vander family has two things it's really known for. One is its own practice of sword style. The Vander fighting style is famous in the Empire. Just like to the east, the 8 leaves, 1 blade style is famous within the Empire. The Vander school is one of the 2, or rather 3, like two really famous, like Erebonian created sword styles. Alright, so this is where we get the fight with Gilbert. We're gonna be met by Apaches? Yeah, great. Needless boss fight. Bullet barrage. God, how annoying. Right, I see that crit on the board. I think I'm gonna use that with Agate, actually. Alright, let's use Dragon Dive. This should do tons of damage. Theoretically, this could be the strongest S-Craft in the game. Maybe not. Maybe because it's widespread, it doesn't do as much damage as a singular one. Alright, just said I need you to move over here. Ah, crap. Boy, that does a lot of damage. Alright, Joshua. Let's go with the dual strike on this one. I hope that didn't put him in range. Ah, crap, it did. Alright. That's right, these guys explode too. Darn it. Alright. Josette, move down out of the way of this craft. Here's what we'll do. Everyone's kind of hurting right now, so let's use a Tyrol on Agate. Then we will pop Joshua. Actually, no, let's use a chain with Estelle and go for this guy. That did decent damage, and it was conservative towards our CP. Oh, it exploded into a smaller enemy. I don't think I've ever seen this thing, a Spindle. I wonder if I'm missing him out of my monster notebook. Let's do it again. Chain with the cell, go for the other Apache. Ooh, Joshua, hang on there. And we'll do it. No, let's go for this guy. I hope he doesn't explode. Thank goodness he does not. Okay. Then I'll attack with Agate, and we'll use... no, this isn't going to be fast enough, so I'll just use an item. Oh my god, is Joshua seriously not in range? Frickin', are you serious? Okay, hopefully it doesn't attack Joshua. Actually, let's use the art. Thank goodness. Explosion.
Done yet.
Just said an agate got experience for that though. Just use some more healing. There you go. Let's see, where were we? Talking about the Vanders. So the other thing the Vander family is famous for is they're known to have a connection to the royal imperial family. So famously, like, Vanders, I'm not entirely sure what the exact wording is, but they're known to, like, guard members of the imperial family. So Joshua put two and two together, and once he figured out why someone with the Vander name was so closely connected with Olivier, he was able to kind of figure it out that Olivier must have come from the imperial family. He may have also already just known the name Prince Albert and put two and two together. This is roughly the area where they kept me locked up, I think. Yes, this is the second floor of the forecastle. Among other things, the Jaeger barracks and briefing rooms are in this section. A copy of the current security card should be somewhere around here. Then what are we waiting for? Let's look. Yes, we know. Calm down. Probably best to check each room one by one. Come on. Yeah, maybe, but I would rather go do what I want to do straight away, though. So I think Estelle's room was in this hallway. Here we go. So this is the main elevator in which Ren used the voice recognition to take Estelle to the sanctuary. Oh, we shouldn't be able to get into the sanctuary right now, but let's check this door. Hey, this elevator. This is the elevator used to access the sanctuary and engine room. This one checks voice pattern. I think you saw Ren do it, right? Only enforcers and above can use it. Given that I'm currently AWOL from the society, I'm afraid we can't make use of it. Right. What's a voice pattern? No two people have exactly the same voice. This machine can read a person's voice and use it to identify them. That's how I understand it, at least. I see, I guess. I feel like I get it and don't get it at the same time. So many little friggin' tricks and traps. Say, Joshua, it's been bugging me for a while. Where the hell does Ouroboros get all this shit? Who designed it? Who indeed? One of the Anguis is a man called Dr. Norvartis. He leads the 13 factories of Ouroboros in their development of radical orbital technology. At least, that's what I was told back when. The 13 factories, huh? Norvartis, never heard of him. If he makes stuff like this, though, I can only picture someone who's an even bigger mad scientist than Professor Russell. Less mad, and more completely incomprehensible from what I remember. Of course, to some extent, that's true of all the Anguis, including Weissman. Super missable text. So missable. So unbelievably missable is that text. But we just learned the name of our second Anguis. There's your card key. Hey, that must be. So that's the security card you were talking about. Huh, neat. Yes, no doubt. If we insert this into the terminal next to the cell, the computer will think we're a guard, and we can lower the barrier. Awesome. Thank you, goddess. We can... Alright then, let's go free your brothers. Yeah, what a thing to hide on a frickin' door that you don't have to interact with. The identity of an Anguis. Falcom, man. They are slippery, they're tricky. Yes, Norvartis is one of the Anguis, and supposedly is the one at the top of the 13 factories. It's not quite that simple. I think when the 13 factories, the concept, the name was introduced earlier in the game, after what happened when Blue Blanc made his appearance. I said I still don't know that much about the 13 factories, and that's because Falcom's has been very slow about telling us about the 13 factories. I believe somewhere it is cited that there aren't technically 13 factories. Ah, crap. I'm being interrupted by I think I know who. What is this? Finally caught you. It's frickin' Gilbert. Really, man? You're interrupting my train of thought? Gilbert! So they did bring you along. Well, well, well. I'd wondered what manner of fools would dare to attempt storming the Glorious. I had an inkling it might be you. Huh? Hey. Do you guys know this dude? You could say that, sort of say that, maybe. We first met and arrested this dumb butt when he was a flunky of Ruan's corrupt mayor. He escaped during the coup and apparently joined Ouroboros. Right, I thought so. You were that guy locked up with us in Lyson, right? I remember him because he kept bawling and going on and saying, I'm innocent and stuff. Well, 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 all the time. What? What a piece of work. Right. Anyway, nothing to let bother you, you know? It's part of a life, having to grow from pathetic moments like that, I mean. Though, given the uniform, I don't know how much he actually grew. Still, that's not exactly a comforting follow-up. Damn you! How much of a fool do you intend to play me for? But, no matter. It just confirms I have no reason to show you mercy. You face the power of the new Gilbert. Tremble! Oh, we can see a different room at the top left. What is that? You're not supposed to see that. What the? Mechanical lions? It's not something I recognize. I take it this must be a new model. Indeed. Lion model attack archaism, the riot arms. Cower, beg for your life. It ends here. Somehow in Gilbert I have found a character that I enjoy voicing even more than Dunnan. Alright, let's beat this thing up. Let's see here. Where was I? I was talking about 13 factories, talking about Novartis. Frickin' Gilbert completely made me lose my train of thought.
See what color your blood is.
Just playing minds, what a dick. Josette, can you just blow that thing up? Good job. Well, it still exploded a little bit.
Don't even think about it.
And he can plant archaisms for some reason.
Don't even think about it.
And he's shooting us. Ooh, that did some damage. Attack. Let's see here. Get rid of that. I keep focusing Joshua and Agate on the main archaism. God, Josette does such piddly damage. There we go. Just you and me now, Gilbert. Oh, look at him. He's got a crit lined up. Well, you know what? Let's go with an attack on him. And then we will use Josette's S-Craft.
Told you I could handle this. Over here, Bobcat!
Now this doesn't make a lot of sense given that we're inside the Glorious and we know that the Bobcat's broken. But don't worry about it. And I think that's Kyle on top of it. You're not supposed to get this until after you clear this part of the chapter. But because I carried it in from New Game Plus.
What the heck?
That did not do a whole lot. 0, in fact.
It's just a flesh wound.
Not done yet.
Impossible! Even as a new man, I can't win. Can I point something out? That lion thingy was actually pretty tough, but that doesn't mean you've gotten any stronger at all, does it? No. What's new about this? New or not, if you're a man, fight with your own damn muscles. Blorf. Oh. Well, better get to those cells, huh? Yeah, come on. We need to save my brothers. I can't help but feel sorry for the guy. Where are we? I've kind of lost, track of where we are. Ooh, free stuff. Celestial Bomb. Is this a monster chest? Nope. Aurelia dress. That's a good piece of equipment. That is a good female armor piece, I think. It's not as good as what Estelle has. You're not getting it, Josette. Quit looking at me like that. You get the basic stuff. Let's see, not through here, right? Okay. We're on the wrong floor, so we need to continue to back up. Just avoid the archaisms. They're not giving me enough experience. I'm gonna use this, though. Alright, I think it was this level. We're back towards, like, the sort of ground level where the entrance is. Let's go let the Capuas out. Alright, I remembered my train of thought about the 13 factories, but I'll get to it right after we get Josette's brothers and crew out. ID confirmed. Please select the berry you wish to unlock. 5. Let's unlock all of them but the first one. Actually, let's just talk about the 13 factories now. But yeah, they have not told us too much about them. I believe there is some information cited to where there's actually only 12 of them. And as of right now, I know of 2 of them. That's a whole lot, right? It's like the series is maybe, what, 2/3 or 3/4 of the way over or something? I don't know. It's tough to say how, like, far along the series really is, because who knows with Falcom. I think at one point, Falcom's president, Kondo, was quoted as saying that the next arc, which is supposed to be Calvard, but who knows, plans could change. Or when I say next arc, I mean after the Erebonian arc. Is supposed to be Calvard, but who knows, things can change. But I think at some point, unless I'm imagining this, he might have at some point said it was supposed to be a duology. And as of 2018, I am skeptical, to say the least, that it will turn out that way. This series has a history of taking more games than initially planned to tell stories. There have been like 2 or 3 games at this point that have like been divided because they went on so long. They're like, no, we got to turn this into 2 games. It happens all the time. We're actually over time, so we'll stop right here. And when we pick up next time, we'll let the Capuas out. They can wait in there for another 24 hours. We'll let them out, then we can go back to the Arcel and leave Josette there. What level is she at? 86. She's actually like on par with a lot of people. I did make sure to level her up evenly with a lot of other characters towards the end of my first playthrough. But whatever, we'll do that. We'll get some new people, and then we start to head even further into Liber Arc. See you guys then.